Hi guys, and welcome to Momma Jess Knits podcast. I'm Jess, coming to you from Virginia. Today, today is July the 17th, 2024, and this is episode 49. So if you are new here, thank you for stopping by. And if you are coming back, thank you for coming back. Sorry about that. All right, I'm going to warn you guys up front. I'm leaving my notifications on my watch/phone. I'm expecting, hopefully, a message saying that a baby was born. So I'm going to leave that on. So I'm going to apologize up front. So, all right, let's get started because I have a lot to show you guys today. Only doing this like once a month, I'm going to have a lot to show you guys. I keep saying I'm going to try to do it every 2 weeks. I just, I'm too busy. So here we go. I'm going to start out with some finished objects. First up, I have from Lolodidit. She did a Hippo Birthstone club, in which I got all of them. So these are Hippo for March. Birthstone. And I don't know what I've done with the tags for this. The last time I podcast, I misplaced the tags. So, but there are two. So those are done. And those will be going in a box for my family's box of socks. Sorry, guys. If you're new here, I am doing... So I have 8 family members that I'm making socks for throughout the year. Excuse me. And they each have their own individual boxes. I didn't bring the boxes back here with me today, but they each have their own individual boxes with their names on it. And I'm knitting socks for my family all year long. And I'm just, once I finish them, they're getting put in the box. And then however many socks are in there come Christmas, they will be given those socks for Christmas. And I think I'm going to continue on with it next year because I'm really enjoying doing it. So the second socks I'm going to show you are socks by Freckled Whimsy in her Zodiac collection. And this one just happens to be Libra. And here they are. And all of my socks, all of them, are made on size 1 needles, magic loop. All of them I cast on 64 stitches. And I just do a vanilla sock. That is the only pattern I have ever done. So yeah. So that's the information on all my socks. All right, the third pair that I have finished, I had these on the needles for a really long time, and I'll explain more about all of that here in a minute. But my Beach Days socks, this is some yarn by myself, Momma Jess Knits. So the main color is Beach Days, and then I have bright purple and bright pink for the heels and toes. Yay. I don't currently have any of this in my shop. I don't know if I will, honestly. It's almost to the point where I'm past dyeing like the summer yarns, and it's time for me to start dyeing like fall, Halloween, Christmas. Well, I already have some Christmas stuff dyed for Christmas in July, but winter, Christmas, that kind of stuff. So, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. All right, so let's see, I need some of my blockers back because I have some half finished objects. So let me grab these blockers. And then I actually have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 half-finished objects. All right, put that aside. All right, let's start with... Oh, where's that bag? Oh, right in front of me. I just finished this one yesterday. And barely cast on the second one. So this is also going to lead me into, so it'd be half finished objects and start me into also my whips. Get this on the blocker. So here we go. This is my first one, and I have a little Lock and Lou reading owl because this yarn is based off of, it's a Gilmore Girls themed yarn, and it is called The Study Tree, and it is by I Knit To Purl To. So yeah, got the first one done. At first this kind of annoyed me how it pulled, but on the other side it's pulled the, like the gold, and then it started straightening itself out. But it annoyed me while I was knitting it, but it doesn't annoy me now. It's kind of cute. All right, so that is my first half finished object, and that's as much as I got started on the second one. And I started that kind of late last night. Yesterday was kind of a crazy busy day. So, all right. And that is being housed in a ginger snap fibers. One of my first bags. Yes, I know it's snowflakes because I really wish it was snowing outside right now. No, that probably makes a lot of people angry. I don't care. Oh, I'm ready for this hot weather to be done with. You probably can hear my air conditioner because our unit is right outside of my window here. I do not care. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not turning it off. It's going to be 90 some with a heat index of 100 today. Nope. Not turning it off. All right. My second half-finished object is being housed in a Barley Pearls bag. I love this bag. And oops, nope, not that blocker. This one. I finished what I am calling the Michigan socks, but the actual name, it's by Yarny Mammoth, and the actual name for this yarn is First Class. Finished one, and I have started the second. Yay. And what? Okay, no, I'm actually not going to talk about that one yet. Let's see here. All right, the third half-finished object is, I love these, you guys. They're so pretty. It is a yarn by 3 by the Sea, and it is called, I believe, Tea in Wonderland. I'll dig the tag out here in just a second. And Stark Raving Mad. I finished one of my Alice socks. So the black is Stark Raving Mad, and then the main color is, let's double check and make sure. Don't want to tell you wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's Tea in Wonderland. Yeah, Tea in Wonderland. And they don't have any more of this yarn in their shop currently. And then I have the second one cast on with my cute little 3 by the Sea Alice Progress Keeper. And that is all I have for half-finished objects. Hopefully, those half-finished objects will become finished objects soon, quickly, hopefully. The ones I just started the second sock yesterday, probably not, but the other two hopefully will be finished objects in July. And that is being housed in my Wandering Pearls bag, because I had to have it. I mean, how cute is that? And the cutest thing about this bag, well, not the cutest thing, but one of the things I really loved about this bag is it has, let's see, 1, 2, 3 little pockets on the inside, and one of the pockets is like, well, probably 2 of them are perfect for holding my mini, so it doesn't get like all lost in the bag. I actually have 2 pairs of socks in here, but she embroidered, or what's the, I think it's embroidered, like WP on the inside of her, or on the outside of one of the pockets for Wandering Pearl. I love that little added thing. Isn't that so cute? All right, so I'm into whips, and I don't have all just socks to show you guys today. I actually have 2 shawls and a blanket, because I can't remember if I showed this blanket last time or not. And I also did not write it down, so oh, yes I did. Yes I did. So I kind of got this idea from Kay from the Crazy Sock Lady, because she just kind of mentioned it on, it's either a membership video or a regular video. One second. That she mentioned something about holding her yarnables that she has in her stash double and making a blanket. And I thought, I've got like 3 years worth of yarnables, and I have literally knit 2. I have finished 2 yarnable socks. I think that's right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's only 2. And then I have a couple cast on, and I have a couple caked up, to be cast on. But I thought, well, that's a great idea. So I went in my bin that has all of my yarnable yarns in it, and I looked through to see which one had like the entire year in there. Like I hadn't caked it up. Well, I wouldn't mind if I had caked it up, but I hadn't cast on anything from that year. So 2022, I believe, was the year that had everything. Oh, yeah, I don't have, I thought I had the tag for this colorway in here, but I don't. Okay, so I cast on and started a Bedtime Blanket by Kay Jones. You're not going to find this pattern on Ravelry. You're not going to find it anywhere else unless you are a Patreon of the Bakery Bears. It was in their Knitability magazine, I believe, and that's where I got the pattern. So the closest thing that you can get to it is Molly of a Homespun House's Cozy Comfort Throw. That's the closest you're going to get to it. All I did is I took the skein of yarn, I split it in half, I'm holding it double, So this is January, and I'm just gonna knit this. What I did is I weighed the yarn after I caked it up. I weighed it, I split it as evenly as possible into two. I'm holding it double, and I'm just gonna knit it until I run out, and then add February's. So, I wish I had the tag in here to tell you the name of this yarn, but I do not. But it was January, it's something like Bougie New Year or something like that. It was January of 2022's color. I'm pretty sure it was 2022. Anyway, so yeah, I started another blanket. Oh, and I will, I'm going to try to later this month. It'll either be towards the end of this month or the beginning of next month, but I'm going to try to do the Scrappy Blanket 6-month update. And right now I'm holding this in a Ginger Snap Fibers bag. Of course, once it gets bigger, it'll go into another bag. I've got a extra large Bags Bottom Granny bag that I'm gonna pop it in once it gets bigger. Okay, the first shawl that I'm gonna show you, hold on, I gotta adjust here. The first shawl that I'm gonna show you is it is also a pattern by Kay Jones, and you can get it on Ravelry. It is called My Reading Shawl, and I am using, so it's written for 4 skeins of a main colorway and an advent with 24 minis, because you hold the minis double to make the shawl, and you're holding the main color double as well. So I am using my I knit to Purl 2 Gilmore Girls advent calendar. There you go. I'm using that calendar, and that right now, the extra, what's not on the shawl right now is being housed in a 3 by the Sea bag. Actually, the funny thing is the shawl's being housed in a 3 by the Sea bag as well. But here is the shawl that I have so far. 3 by the Sea bag. And so far I've done colors 1 and 2. I've held them together, and I'm holding colors 3 and 4 together. And this is what I have so far. And my little progress keeper, which I'm going to move up after I show you guys this, is a stack of books, because Rory from Gilmore Girls. And since I'm using a Gilmore Girls advent calendar to make a My Reading Shawl, because that's appropriate, right? All right, I'm going to move this up real quick, because if I don't, I will forget to do it. And then I'll be like, oh, where was I? Well, the last time I showed you guys that shawl. All right. And I'm just holding bare yarn double for the main color. And like I said, the minis are going to be held together throughout the shawl. And what I'm doing with those is I'm just caking those up, putting them in a little bag like this to keep them from getting knotted up or twisted around in the bag, and knitting them up. All right. So, the second shawl is another My Reading shawl, and what I wanted to do is I wanted to use my own yarn. I have not ever made an advent calendar. I don't have any plans to make an advent calendar in the near future. So what I decided to do is to pick a main skein, main colorway, pick 6 yarns, is that right? Yeah, 6 yarns to go into the shawl, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to repeat the stripe, the colorways, the stripes for the colorways twice. So let me pull this out and I'll show you. So here's the shawl. I'm a little bit further on this one than I am the other one, because I really want to be able to use this as a shop model for trunk shows. And I'm going to put together some kits using this yarn. So I started out with Marvelous. I'm using Heidi's Garden for the main color. This is Snow Covered Petals. And then I'm back to the main color. So let me move the marker up real quick, and then I'll show you the other colors that are going to go in it. Okay. Oh, gracious. And the kits that I'm going to put together, I actually ordered some 50-gram skeins, and I'm going to do the 6 colors in the 50 grams, and then of course the main colors will be full skeins of yarn. My yarn is being held in this Bags Bosom Granny bag. Eventually I probably will put the actual shawl in here too. Okay, so I told you the first 2 colors. The third color is going to be Scattered Petals. And then it'll be followed by Wine O'Clock. Let's see if I can hold this all. Wine O'Clock. And then Dried Petals. And then Heidi. Ugh. Okay, let's see if I can get a hold of this. There we go. So those are the next 4 colors. And if I remember, I'll try to put a picture like up here or up here of, I kind of showed everybody on Instagram a picture of the yarn, the 6 yarns or 7 yarns because of the main color all together. So yeah, oops, I got that one upside down. It's fine. But yeah, those are the next 4 colors. I'm excited. I was having a really hard time putting that shawl down the other day, and I was like, you know what? I really need to work on some socks, so we're going to put it down. So, those are my 2 shawls that I'm working on. Yes, I know they're the same shawl, just different colors, but I knew as soon as I cast on that other one that I was going to have to make one using my yarns. So, kits for that shawl will be available in my shop and at the next trunk show that I do. So super excited about that. I've actually already sold one of the kits to a friend from knitting, but so I got to get it dyed up. All right, let's see. We're gonna move along. Let's start with this bag. Being housed in a Ginger Snap Fibers bag. One of my first bags that I got. In here I have, I'm on the foot of a sock. I got my little sock progress keeper. This yarn is Momma Jess, and it's Summer Sock Camp 2022. Sorry, but you can no longer get this yarn. But I had, I've got a couple skeins of it that I have plans to use and knit up. So I'm on the foot of that sock. Actually, I might be, I'm not quite halfway through the foot. And then the second sock I have in here is a Lolodidit Hippo for February. And this person doesn't have a birthday in February, but one of their favorite colors is purple. So that works out perfectly. And let's see. Next, I'm going to try to move through these kind of quickly because I do have a lot to talk about today, but Ginger Snap Fibers bag. And in here I have a Momma Jess Knits sock in the colorway Journey with a Momma Jess Knits sheep stitch progress keeper or stitch marker, whatever you want to call it. The local shop that I sell my yarn at, Susan's, had these that they were giving away for the yarn crawl, so I got one. But this sock I am on, am I still on the, I'm not on the gusset, I'm just starting the foot. And then the other sock that I have in here is also Momma Jess yarn. It is Valentine's and Cherry Chapstick. I'm just starting the leg of that. So my goal for my family is to try to have at least, well, now it's 3 pairs of socks, but I'll talk about that in just a second. At least 2 pairs of socks on needles for them. So I decided to I had some yarn left over from a pair that I made myself, and this person has a smaller foot than I do, so that works out perfectly. All right, get back down in there. The cords love to just jump right in the way whenever I'm trying to snap the bag closed. All right, and I'm trying to remember the name of this bag maker off the top of my head. I want to say Scrappy Threads. The Scrappy Thread, I was right. I have another Freckled Whimsy from her Zodiac collection, and this one is Pisces. I really like how that's knitting up. And I can't show you the other sock that's in here just yet. I will show it in a few minutes when I talk about that. In this bag by Robin's Nest. Oops, if I can get my finger. There we go. I love this bag because it has like a little divider in the middle, so it's perfect for 2 socks. One I can't show you just yet, but one I can. I have started. I am still on the cuff. But I started a yarn out of Simply Socks Quirky sock. I had joined like one of their little clubs that was, I think you got 2 skeins of yarn for 3 months. Like each month you got 2 skeins of yarn, I think. Or is it 4 months you got? I think it was 3 months you got 2 skeins of yarn. So barely started on that one. All right. Oh, okay. And in one of my Red's Lady Creates bags for my little gnomies, I have 2 socks in here. I am on the gusset of this one, which is a Knit Picks Felici in the colorway Vampire Vibes, I think. Yeah, Vampire Vibes. like I said, gusset of that one with a little gnome from Lock and Lou. Oh, my little book Progress Keepers, and the Progress Keeper that has my little sheep on it is Twin Mountain. Yeah, Twin Mountain. But there we go. Just starting the gusset on that. And then I actually have a Yarnable colorway in here. It's from September 2021. I'm trying to remember the name of it. Pull it out of here if I can get the bag open. Good grief. It is Born to Be Mild. See, I keep all my Yarnable yarns in like little bags like this, and I write like what month and year. That's how I kept track of where they came and what month. And there's that sock. I haven't done a whole lot on that one. But I think the last time I had maybe just finished the cuff. But another little Lock and Lou gnome. I love some gnomes if you guys haven't figured that out yet. All right. And in a mermaid. Oh, there's no tag on it. I think it's Mermaid Company. I have, I'm doing these in tandem. I have my pool party socks. This one is ready for the heel with my little Lock and Lou. Come on, bee gnome. And then this one I have started the leg. Yay. I was hoping that if I did those in tandem, I would finish them faster, but it does not seem to be the case. Of course, it's not like I don't have a bajillion other socks to work on, so, you know. Okay, so one thing I do want to talk about is I went through my Ravelry page, wrote down all of my sock whips on there from oldest to newest. I actually frogged the oldest project because I was knitting it on a size 1.5, and I discovered that size 1.5 is too big for socks for myself. They weren't tight enough. They were sliding down and stuff, and I just didn't. I mean, I have a ton of them that I made, and I still wear them, but I've gone down to a size 1, so I ended up ripping that one out. Well, actually, I haven't ripped it out yet, but I'm going to. It was like on the leg. Oh, excuse me. Oh, so it wasn't very far. So then my next oldest sock was in a yarn by myself. This is being housed in a knitted soiree bag, which is an appropriate bag for the yarn that's inside of it. And it's fall, y'all sock. Oops, it's a mess. The yarn is a mess down in here. But yeah, it's fall, y'all. And I think I have some of this in my Etsy shop right now. I don't think it's the fall colorway that just sold out. So I think I have some of this in my shop. And then I think I'm gonna do cuffs no, heels and toes with this brown, which I believe is my chocolate brown. I think that will look very fall-y. Oops. So that is my oldest sock whip, and I think the oldest one was from 2019. This one is a 2021. So I'm making my way down that list along with all of the other sock whips that I have. And so this one was the oldest. I have a Ruby and Roses yarn that was the second oldest, and then a New Year's Eve cast on, or New Year's Day cast on for 2022. That was the third oldest. And Beach Days, the socks that I showed you that are finished, were the fourth. So I'll get there. So the thing that I was going to talk to you guys about is that I have already started my Christmas socks, like actual like Christmas themed socks for my family. I have all but 3 on needles, and plan to get those 3 on needles, but let me pull those over here and talk about those. And one of the reasons why that I kind of wanted to get those started is because it's July and I haven't decided if I'm going to give those socks before Christmas or at Christmas. But anyway, so let me try to remember which bags have socks in them already. Okay, so the one that I could not show you in my Scrappy Threads bag is a Freckled Whimsy, and it is called Twinkling Tree Lights. This is the mini that's going to go with it. And I have just started, oh good gracious, the leg. Oh, come on. Okay, well, I'm going to hold it up, but it's kind of got yarn all twisted around it at the moment. Yeah, here we go. There we go. Fixed it. That's going to drive me nuts. Okay. So each, it's striping green, then like a color of the Christmas lights, green, color of the Christmas lights. So I'm excited for this one. Okay, yeah, it's all twisted up. We're gonna just put that back down in there and deal with that later. The daughter who's getting those, she knows she's getting those. I showed them to her because I wanted to make sure she liked them. She loves the color green, so figured she would like that. And then the daughter who's getting these, she actually picked these out, and it's another Freckled Whimsy, and it is from her Christmassy, and it is Reindeer Games. And I am on the leg of that one as well. Love it. Love it, love it. For those of you who are asking, how on earth does she knit all these socks? I have sat down and made like a calendar. And at first I had a goal of trying to work on like 4 different people's socks each day and rotating through that. Well, then I decided, okay, that's too much. So each day of the week, Monday through Thursday, have 2 people's socks that I work on that day. Sometimes I only get to work on one of them. Sometimes I get to work on both of them. But I try to work on those 2 people's socks that day. And then on Friday, I am going to try to work on Christmas socks. I just made this schedule. Friday, I'm going to try to work on Christmas socks. Saturday and Sunday, I can work on whatever I want. So that kind of helps that. In this bag I got, who's this by? Crafty Like a Monkey. I don't know if they're still in business or not. Got it on Etsy. So I had originally caked up one yarn that I was going to use for one daughter, who likes the movie Christmas with the Cranks. This is totally going to give it away if my children watch this, but it's fine. It's fine. But then I realized that I had 2 skeins. Well, I had ordered one skein and I got the wrong thing sent to me. And the company totally corrected it super fast, apologized, all that good stuff. They're awesome. But anyway, so I ended up with a full skein and a like micro sock set. Well, the daughter has the perfect size foot for the micro sock set. So I have caked that up and I'm going to use that. And this colorway is Free Frosty from Christmas with the Cranks. Sorry, it's a mess. And then my son-in-law, her husband, is going to get a matching pair without the contrasting heels, toes, and cuffs. Yay! So they'll have matchy socks, but they'll be able to tell them apart because, you know, the daughter will have the contrasting colors. So I haven't cast those on yet, but I do have needles in here. Maybe I'll start this Friday, hopefully. But yeah, so they're in there. They're ready to go. All set. And then in here, in a Stolen Minutes, who is on Etsy, I believe. I think so. Little kitty cat bag that she had one Christmas. I have a Nicole C. Mendez colorway called Christmas Cookies. And I barely have it started. I'm still on the cuff. Close to halfway, not quite. So I've got that started. And then, the matching yarns for my daughter and her husband are by Legacy Fiber Arts. Just realized I forgot to tell you who that was by. And a knitted soiree bag. This is our last year's collaboration. I dyed yarn to match this bag called Christmas in July. In here, I have some more Legacy Fiber Arts. And this colorway is called Jingle Bells. And it was a, like, mini sock set as well. So I have the cuff done and I'm just a few rows into the leg. It's gonna be so cute. Let me see. I'll pull out the caked up yarn so you can see. So I'm hoping by the next time I podcast, I will have quite a bit done on the socks. Got one more Christmas sock to show you. Like I said, I have 3 that I have not cast on. The 2 of them are for my daughter and son-in-law. The other one's for my husband, which I think I finally figured out what I'm casting on for him. So I'll show you that in a minute. In a Momma Jess colorway, Stolen Minutes bag, I have Merriment going, and I think I'm getting really close to, I got about 19 more rows until I start the heel. So this one I'm definitely further along on. It was also one of mine that I had started a while back, and is at close to the top of the list. I think it's in the top 10 of the oldest projects. Okay, and I'll show you the colorway I'm gonna cast on for my husband. But first, in order to do that, I have to talk about a collaboration that I did with the Knitted Soiree. This is our 3rd year doing a Christmas in July collaboration. And we did it for 2 bags and 2 sock sets. This is our first time ever doing 2. The reason why we did that is because one is very Christmassy and the other one is more like a wintry type thing, but we loved both. So, Knitted Soiree bag. I sold out of this yarn colorway, and I'm pretty sure she's sold out of the bag. I think she said something about maybe launching a second round of them sometime soon. I have a pre-order up for both colorways. So this is my Christmas time set. This is a mess, I'm sorry. But Christmas time set. Like I said, there is a pre-order up for this in my Etsy shop. Those are going to be my husband's socks once I get them cast on. And then the second bag for that collaboration, and I also sold out of the yarn and she sold out of the bags. And I do have a pre-order up. I can't remember how many are left. There's a decent amount. You don't need to rush or nothing. I'm pretty sure there's a decent amount left. But here's the second bag. And the yarn I dyed for this one is called Winter Knits. There we go. And I tell you what's super annoying is anytime you dye with red, 9 out of 10 times that I dye with red, it always bleeds whenever I wash it. But in this case, it's okay because it gives it like a little pinkish tinge where it's bled. So this pink works out really well for it. But I'm excited to get this one on needles too. So yeah, so there's a pre-order up for the yarn. I think she's going to do a second launch of the bags, I think is what she said. So that's pretty cool. So that's all for my knitting. Oh my gosh, I'm at like 50 minutes. I'm not going to show you everything that I have bought in the month that has gone by, but I do want to show you a couple things. Super cute. Had to get it because, sock knitter. This is a Barley Pearls bag. Super cute. I've got some needles inside of here ready. I just need to put some yarn in there. But the inside, super cute with the little clothespins to match the little socks. Okay, and then one of the last things I'm going to talk about is this Sunday starts Nitty Natty's Sock Week. And I was able to get a couple of things. There was a lot of things that sponsors or whatever that are doing Sock Week. You can get like extra points if you use their stuff or whatever. So I got this bag by Goose and Ghost Knits. There we go. Super cute. I'm pretty sure she drew this and then had it printed on fabric, I think is the story behind the fabric. Super cute though. And then there were lots of, I want to say there was like 5 different dyers for socks. I think it was 5. Sorry for the crinkling. I forgot to take this out of the bag. I only got 2. There were several bag makers too. I think there were at least 3, maybe 4. And I know that one of them was from Australia, I think. But I ended up getting a, what is it? A 50 gram skein and a 20 gram self-striping sock set from Polka Dot Creek called Waterton Lakes National Park. And that's this one. And then this one's called Frost. And then I also got this one. I could not pass this up. I love the colors in this. I'm so glad I was able to get this. The name of this sock set is called Petrified Forest by Yarnaceous Fibers. I said it right this time, you guys. One of my videos, I cannot tell you how many times I made up a name for this yarn. It was not Yarnaceous. But it comes with the main skein and 2 minis. And I've seen this knit up and it is gorgeous. I cannot wait to cake this up Saturday and cast it on Sunday. Because this is the one I think is going to be the sock that I try to complete in a week. Because Nitty Natty's Sock Week, you try to complete 1 sock for the week, start to finish. I think it's like from Sunday to Sunday. So I cannot wait. So yeah, that is what I'm showing you that I've bought. Of course there are others, but we're not going to go there. I guess we could talk about reading and watching. I finally, after like 11 years, yes, 11, finished Outlander, the first book. I don't know why it took me 11 years to read this book. I would read it, put it down, completely forget about it, listen to a little bit of the audio, read a little bit, read a little bit, watch, you know, put it down. So I finally finished it. Yay! I'm on the 2nd book of the ACOTAR series, so Court of Mist and Fury, I think is the title. I'm reading a couple other books too. That's part of my problem is I read many books and then, yeah. And then, the watching, my husband and I are watching, we're watching House of Dragons season 2, and we're watching Alone season 10, I believe. Yeah. So that's, and I'm rewatching Grey's Anatomy for like the bajillionth time. I think I'm on like season 7 now. But yeah, so that's it. And unfortunately I have a child that's trying to get a hold of me She thinks she may have left her car keys in my car, so I need to go check that. So I'm going to jump off here and go help her. But I hope that you guys are having a great summer. I'm having an okay summer. I'm tired of the heat. I'm ready for winter. I said what I said. I wanted to snow. I hate heat. I hate it with a passion. Anyway, I'm going to jump off here, and happy crafting, guys. Bye.